So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to PPS Lab Sessions. Till now, in our first lab, we looked at how computer works and what is hard disk, SSDs, RAM, and all those things. So working off a computer we have seen. In the second lab session, we had gone for the environment setup, and we have run our first practical printing some messages and all. So now we are in a position that we can start our list of experiments given in the syllabus file. And you're also now aware of what are the variables, then what are the data types, how we can write expressions in a program. And even in today's lecture, we have seen how we can print some messages and values. So once we are aware of all those things, let us write some programs from this experiment list. Actually, now you are able to write few of the programs here. Let us discuss what those programs are asking us to do. Then I'm going to show you one or two programs, how you can implement it. And if you understand that thing properly, then you'll be able to complete multiple programs from this list. So the first program says, write a program that performs as a calculator. So you need to have addition, multiplication, division, subtraction performed, right? You have to perform all these operations. Well, if you want to do some operations like this, then you want to have first two numbers, because all these are binary operators, and we should have two operand. अगर मेरे पास दो ऑपरेंड होंगे तो मैं उन दोनों नंबर पे एडिशन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, डिवीजन, सब्ट्रैक्शन कर पाऊंगा. And finally, whatever value I have, I will print it on the output screen. And that's what you need to do here. Second program is saying that you write a program to find area of a triangle, and for your help, even equation is given here. So area of triangle will be equals to height of your triangle multiplied by base of your triangle multiplied by 1/2, so 0.5. Now if you have height and a base, then you can calculate area. Now how can we have these operands or height and base, or maybe principal, amount, rate of interest, number of years, all these things? What we are going to do is we are going to ask user to enter those values. So if it is a character, you can have getChar method. If it is string, you can have getS method, or else simply you can go for scanf method. Now I'm going to tell you how you can use scanf, so that you can take any numbers, values, whatever you want, then you implement this thing, and you finally have your answer and print it. That's it. That's your program. So your third program is you want to calculate the simple interest, which is based on principal amount, rate of interest, and number of years. Your fifth program is almost similar again. You take a value of distance in terms of kilometer. So you ask user to enter distance in kilometers. Now whatever distance user will give you, you convert that value to other units. So if you have a kilometer and you want to find meters, then multiply it by 1,000. So 1 kilometer equals to 1,000 meter. Multiply that number with 1,000, so you'll have meters. Around maybe 1 meter is equals to 3 point something feet. So multiply your number of meters by 3 point something. Simply Google it and you'll have that thing. So you'll find it feet. Then 1 feet is equals to 12 inches. So multiply it by 12 and you'll have number of inches there. And 1 inch is equals to around 3 point something centimeter, maybe 2 point or 3 point something centimeters. So you can have all these unit conversion process from kilometer to other units. So take a value from user for kilometers and then convert it. Mathematical process, nothing else, right? Then if you go for the sixth program, then also sixth program is saying that computer Fahrenheit from centigrade. So ask user to enter temperature in centigrade, use this equation, fine, and you will have the final Fahrenheit value and print it. Similarly, you can perform seventh practical also, which says you want to calculate the distance traveled by using this equation. Just ask user to enter ut, at, and implement this equation. You'll have final distance. So up to seventh program, you can complete it today. And I'm going to show you one of this kind. एक program मैं करके दिखाऊंगा आपको, where you need to have a value from user, do some calculations, and print the answer. Same thing. फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम में दो वैल्यू लेनी है, कैलकुलेशन करना है और प्रिंट करना है. सेकेंड प्रोग्राम में भी दो वैल्यू लेनी है, कैलकुलेशन करना है और प्रिंट करना है. थर्ड प्रोग्राम में आप तीन वैल्यू गेट करोगे, विल डू सम कैलकुलेशन एंड प्रिंट इट. फिफ्थ प्रोग्राम में एक वैल्यू गेट करोगे, do some process and print it, and so on, right? So all those programs are similar and you have to complete those programs. Now fourth program is somewhat different. What it says is it says write a C program to interchange two numbers. Now दो नंबर interchange करने हैं तो पहले दो नंबर यूजर के पास से ले लो, fine. So आपको पता है दो नंबर कैसे लेने हैं. But once you have those two numbers, you want to interchange those two numbers. Swapping program. Swap those two numbers. So I'm going to show you the fourth program also. Let's say, let us go for second program and a fourth program. Let me show you these two programs. Okay? And then I'll let you complete your task. So एक बार देख लो मैं कैसे करता हूँ ये programs, understand it and learn it. Then you will have your time to complete all 7 programs. Okay? So as you know, we are going to use online GDB. This is where I'm going to write my programs. And let's say we are about to create a second program first, this one. So in my, let's say, documentation section, this is documentation section, right? So I'm going to paste that definition here. So I'll come to know that, okay, what this program is all about. And this is a program which will calculate the area of triangle having these three values. Then linker section, main section, and this is where I need to perform some task, right? So what we want, we need to have height and base. So we can have integer values if you want. So height, and I also want base. So first I'm going to declare two variables. Now variable क्यों चाहिए? Because हमें दो value store करनी है. Whenever we want to store something, we should have variables. मुझे height और base दोनों value को store करना है, तो मैं दो variable ले लूँगा. Now you'll say that sir, height और base float भी तो हो सकते हैं triangle के. Well, okay, if you want to consider it float, तो आप integer के बजाय आप इसको float declare करोगे. So for example, अगर height 5 है और base 3 है, if this is the value for your triangle, तो आप area भी calculate कर पाओगे. Now area calculate करके value store करना है, then we require third variable area also. So now I can calculate my area. Area equals to what? It is going to be height multiplied by base multiplied by 1 by 2, that is 0.5. And every time you have to end your statement with semicolon sign. So this is going to calculate something, and finally I'll have my area. एक बार area मिल जाए, then you simply print it. Printf area of triangle is, अब यहाँ पे मुझे एक वैल्यू चाहिए और वो इंटीजर वैल्यू नहीं, वो फ्लोट वैल्यू है. सो आई एम गोइंग टू हैव अ प्लेस होल्डर ऑफ परसेंटेज एफ बिकॉज ऑफ फ्लोट वैल्यू. डबल कॉट खत्म होने के बाद कॉमा, एंड देन फॉर दिस प्लेस होल्डर आप उसका वेरिएबल दोगे एरिया. तो परसेंटेज एफ की वैल्यू कहाँ से मिलेगी? फ्रॉम दिस वेरिएबल. एरिया वेरिएबल से जो भी वैल्यू मिलती है उसको यहाँ पे डाल दो. ओके, so now if I run my code, then first let us select language and then let's run the code. So it gives me area of triangle is 7.5. Okay, so these two values are hard coded right now. What if we want to take these two values from user? So I'm going to remove those values at this place, and we will ask user to enter those two values. So first, give a message, print a proper message. Please enter height of a triangle. Okay, so पहले मैंने ये एक मैसेज दे दिया so that user comes to know, okay, this program is asking me to enter some height. Now this is just a message, but actually what I want is I want to take one number. Now to take a number, you are going to have scanf function. Now just like a printf, scanf will also have two parameters. पहला पैरामीटर होगा कंट्रोल स्ट्रिंग और दूसरा पैरामीटर होगा आपका वेरिएबल. ओके, सो कौन सी वैल्यू गेट करनी है आपको? हाइट चाहिए. हाइट का वेरिएबल क्या है? तो यू हैव दैट वेरिएबल हियर, हाइट. अब हाइट का डेटा टाइप जो भी है उसके हिसाब से आप कंट्रोल स्ट्रिंग लिखोगे. So percentage f, because height is also float. So I'm going to have percentage f here. So control string will define what kind of value, what data type of value I'm going to get. And then that value will be stored inside this variable, inside height variable. Now you have to remember, whenever you are using scanf, you have to use ampersand sign before your variable name. Ampersand is actually the address operator. So it is going to give address of height. It is going to give you the address of height. Now what is this address and how it is used? इसके लिए हम pointer का chapter जब पढ़ेंगे तब पता चलेगा. Right now, what you do is you just remember, in scanf you need to have ampersand prefixed. In printf you need not to have ampersand sign. scanf में ampersand आएगा, printf में ampersand नहीं आएगा. इस तरह से याद रखो. So what I do here is I take one value. Simple, the same way I can take the other value. Please enter base of a triangle और उसे base में save कर लो. So now I get one value, I get second value, then I use both of those values to make some calculations. I have my answer and I print that answer back. That's all my program. Now if I want to save this file, then I can always go for save. Let me save my project. So this is PPS subject and this is a B batch and the second program. Okay, just naming conventions, you can have anything. So that's my program. Now let's run this code. So it is going to ask me to enter height first. I have a message, please enter height of a triangle. Fine, let me give height equals to 5 and then press enter. Execution goes further and it prints this message. Please enter base of a triangle. We have that message. So, okay, user will come to know base enter karna hai. Fine, let us enter 3 and enter. So you have height, you have base, calculate your area and then print your area. So area of a triangle is some value. The same value you have here, 7.50000 and so on. Now, as long as you are using float variable, floating point numbers with a float data type will have accuracy up to 6 decimal points. That's why अगर आप आंसर देखो तो 7 पॉइंट उसके बाद आपको 6 डिजिट दिखेंगे. So C language performs calculations up to 6 decimal points in float variable, and that's why we have 7.50000. अगर आपको ये प्रिंट नहीं करना है, ज़्यादा ज़ीरो नहीं चाहिए, आपको सिर्फ 2 decimal point तक की एक्यूरेसी प्रिंट करनी है, then you can use those width parameters. 0.2, let's say 0.2, after decimal point I want 2 digits, डॉट के बाद मुझे 2 डिजिट चाहिए, so percentage 0.2f. Now if I run, I'm only going to have, okay, I'm only going to have 2 points after decimal, so 5, 3, and as you can see now you have 7.50. That's it. Okay, 7.50 because 0.2f we have written here. So point ke baad 2 digit. Well, so this is your second practical, yeah, and you can follow the same process. Print a message, get the value. Print the message, get the value. When you get a value from user, control string में क्या लिखोगे? Placeholder %d या %f. अगर integer value लेना है तो %d, float value लेना है तो %f. Don't forget to have ampersand sign in scanf. Once you have all those values, you do your calculation. So this is expression, mathematical expression. We have 2 operators, both are star multiplication, same precedence level. Associativity is left to right, तो पहले ये calculation होगा height into base, जो भी आंसर है उसके साथ 0.5 multiply होगा. All these are float, so calculation will be in float, final answer भी float में save होगा, and that float value you can print here. So that's your second practical. Any doubt or query here? Any doubt or query at this time? You can take a screenshot of this one if you want for your reference. बाद में जब भी आप program बनाने बैठते हो, then you can have this as a reference. I'm not saying that you follow the same line to line code. Do not copy this program entirely. एक बार समझ लो, उसके बाद खुद का program बनाना. Well, so this was the second program. Now, as I promised, let's have a look at fourth program also. After that, you can do your process. आप इसके बाद आप अपने programs बना सकते हो. So let me show you the fourth program. So let's create a new project again. And then this is what I want to do, my fourth program. So in my documentation section, I'm just going to have that definition so I come to know what this program is all about. And what it says, you have to interchange 2 numbers. So let us take those 2 numbers first. So I'm going to have integer number 1 and number 2. Now declaration of two variables. Then I'm going to take those two numbers from user. So सबसे पहले हम user को एक message दे देते हैं, printf please enter number 1, and then I can go for scanf. Control string and a variable. Now I want to take integer number, so %d, or I'm going to store that value inside number 1. Don't forget to have ampersand sign. So this is my first number. एक number ले लिया. Get your second number. So please enter number 2. Store it inside number 2 variable. Then at this place, you can interchange those two numbers. But once you interchange those two numbers, let us print those two numbers. So I want to print those two numbers. Now let me print before interchange and after interchange, so that output में आपको clearly दिखे कि वो number change हो चुके हैं. So here I say before change मुझे पहला नंबर प्रिंट करना है %d, and दूसरा नंबर प्रिंट करना है, so second time %d. That's my control string. After I complete my control string, comma, and then you have a list of variables. पहले %d के लिए num1, comma, दूसरे %d के लिए num2. So जितने प्लेस होल्डर आपने रखे हो उतने वेरिएबल लास्ट में आने चाहिए. And the same way I can print a message here. Now this is going to be after. And before I print, let me create a new line /n. Now /n is going to create a new line. Output में नई line generate करेगा. Yeah. So let me save this code. PPS. This one is bbatch and a fourth program. Okay. Now let's run this code before we haven't interchanged those two numbers. So both these messages are going to be same. Let us check it out once. So when I run this code, it is going to ask me number 1. Let's say number 1 is 7. Then it will ask me to enter number 2. Number 2 is 4. Then what it says? Before change 7 and 4. After change 7 and 4. So we have both the messages and we have proper numbers 7 and 4. Now just before we print this message, let us interchange those two numbers. Now there are multiple ways to interchange two numbers. Numbers, I'm saying, अगर दो integer value है, आपको swap करनी है, तो आप दो अलग-अलग तरीके से कर सकते हो. One way is using some extra temporary variable, an extra variable. So it's something like मान लो कि आपके हाथ में कुछ है, कुछ चीज़ें आपने पकड़ी हुई हैं, and your brother comes to you, वो कुछ आपको देना चाहता है. You actually want to interchange those things. लेकिन आपके दोनों हाथ बिजी है, आपके भाई के भी दोनों हाथ बिजी हैं, तो आप एक्सचेंज कैसे करोगे? Well, in that case आप क्या बोलोगे? आपके पास अगर आपका फ्रेंड खड़ा है तो आप अपनी चीज़ उसको दे दोगे, भाई पकड़, थोड़ी देर के लिए ये पकड़. You'll become free. You'll take whatever thing your brother is giving you. आप अपने भाई के पास से वो चीज़ें लोगे, and then आपका भाई जो है वो आपके फ्रेंड के पास से जो भी उसने पकड़ा है वो ले लेगा. So actually you are using your friend as a third person to exchange the values, and you are creating a circle kind of thing. सर्कुलर मैनर में आपने वो चीज़ें एक्सचेंज करी. Now the same thing we are going to do here. We have number 1, उसके अंदर एक वैल्यू है. We have number 2, यहाँ पे दूसरी वैल्यू है. अब ये दोनों वैल्यू को इंटरचेंज करना है, तो वो दोनों बिजी हैं. None of these two are ready to take some value. उसके पास ऑलरेडी वैल्यू है, वो कहाँ पे जाएगी? So we'll store that value temporary in third variable. So let's say num1 के पास जो भी वैल्यू है उसे मैं पहले टेम्पररी के अंदर स्टोर कर दूं. Look, this is assignment operator. क्या होगा? राइट साइड जो वैल्यू है वो लेफ्ट साइड के पास स्टोर होगी. तो num1 की वैल्यू मैंने टेम्प में डाल दी. अब num1 फ्री हो चुका है. So num1 is ready to take some new value. So num2 से नई वैल्यू उसको दे दो. Now num2 is free, तो num2 is ready to take another value. तो जो temporary के पास वैल्यू है वो उसको दे दो. So we have changed those two numbers, and now let us print answer. So let me save this code and then run this program. It will ask number 1, let's say 7, number 2, 4, and then as you can see, before change it is 7 and 4, but after change it is 4 and 7. So we have changed two values. We have interchanged those two values, right? Yeah, Kisan, you have raised your hand. Do you have any query? Just post in the chat box. So this is one way. There is another way also. So this was using extra variable, right? Now there is another way using math, using math operation. Okay, so मान लो कि मुझे ये first way नहीं जाना है. So let me comment it out. Multi-line comment. Okay, तो ये पूरा portion मैंने comment कर दिया. And now I'm going to use another logic. Okay, now we are going to use another logic to change two numbers. Now before that, let me have a look at chat box. So can't we just change the names of num in printf second? Yes, Yusuf, that is a shortcut. You can do this thing, but actually you are just printing it in different order. आप actual में दो value change नहीं कर रहे हो. Am I clear, यूसुफ? आपने क्या किया? आपकी भाई की जगह पे आप खड़े रह गए, आपकी जगह पे आपका भाई खड़ा रह गया, लेकिन वो दो चीज़ें जो थी वो तो उसी के पास है जिसके पास है. वो चीज़ें एक्चुअली एक्सचेंज नहीं हुई है. राइट, यू हैव अ थम्स अप एंड योर ब्रदर हैज़ अ मिरिंडा. वेल, सो ये तो वैसे ही है. आपके पास अभी भी थम्स अप है, आपके भाई के पास अभी भी मिरिंडा है. वो चेंज नहीं हुआ. We actually want to change those two numbers, and for that we need to go for either using extra variable or mathematical operation. Yeah, okay. And I believe Jay was also asking the same thing, right? So I believe, Jay, you have my answer. Let's go for the next possible way. Now if you don't want to have extra variable, तो आप दो वेरिएबल से भी सिंपल num1 num2 से भी आप ये प्रोसेस कर सकते हो. It's nothing but a mathematical calculation, and the logic behind that is something like this one. You do the summation of both the numbers. Okay, first you do the summation and you store that final answer in num1. So your num1 will be updated. Now with that updated num1, I'm going to subtract my older num2. Now this will give you the first number and you are going to store it in second number. So actually you are going to change it. And then you will have finally number 1 as num1 minus num2. Now let me explain this with some values. मान लो कि num1 आपका 5 है plus num2 आपका 3 है. So what you are doing here is 5 plus 3. Final answer is 8. Now you compare this thing with this statement. So num1 plus num2, so 5 plus 3. आंसर 8 कहाँ पे रखोगे आप? num1 में. तो num1 ओरिजिनली जो 5 था वो अब अपडेट हो चुका है. It is 8 now. It has overwritten the older values. Now Pankaj, whatever you were asking, if we directly swap num1 equals to num2, then this is what happens. When we write equals to sign, वो क्या करेगा? राइट साइड जो भी वैल्यू है वो लेफ्ट साइड में डाल देगा. इफ यू सिंपली राइट num1 इक्वल्स टू num2, तो क्या होगा? num2 के अंदर जो भी वैल्यू है वो num1 में स्टोर हो जाएगी. बट num1 के अंदर ऑलरेडी कुछ वैल्यू थी, वो तो अब लॉस्ट हो गई क्योंकि मैंने उसको ओवरराइट कर दिया. Okay, so you cannot write simple this line.
Sir.
Yes,
Sir.
someone was speaking here. Well, let's continue. So अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? We were having number 1 5 and number 2 3. मैंने दोनों का एडिशन किया, that becomes 8. अब फाइनली उसको मैंने num1 में स्टोर किया, तो num1 में जो 5 था अब 5 की जगह पे 8 आ गया. 5 खो गया कहीं पे, I don't know. Okay, so something like आपके हाथ में आप एक ही चीज़ पकड़ सकते हो. अगर आप वहाँ पे दूसरी चीज़ पकड़ने जाओगे तो पहली चीज़ आप खो दोगे. That's what happens here. Well, so now my number 1 is what? 8. Let's have a look at second statement. It says num1. Now what is your num1 now? It is 8. So num1 क्या है आपके लिए? It is 8 now. Minus num2. तो यहाँ पे मैं करूँगा माइनस. num2 तो जो ऑलरेडी था वही है, कुछ अपडेट नहीं हुआ. So what is your num2? It is 3. So it will become 8 minus 3. What will be the answer? It's gonna be 5. So 8 minus 3, whatever answer we have 5, we are going to write it inside number 2. So number 2 में पहले जो 3 था वो अब अपडेट होके 5 बन गया. Okay. Now let's have a look at third statement. The third statement says you take num1. What is num1? It is 8. So I'll take 8 minus. It says you take num2. Now your number 2 is updated now, which is 5. So 8 minus 5, that's gonna be 3. So your num1 will become 3 now. Actual में हमने 5 और 3 कर दिए. ये नंबर दोनों अब बदल चुके हैं. Let me save this code and run this code once. So you'll have the same effect. Now this 5 and 3 was just an example to make you understand. If I give 7 and 4, then still it's gonna work. Oh, just a minute. Yeah, I need to change this back to original order. Okay, num1 2, num1 2. Okay, and then let me run. 7 and 4 So earlier it was 7 and 4, but now it becomes 4 and 7. So that's the logic behind swapping two numbers or interchanging two numbers. That's your fourth practical. Any more queries? Any more queries here? Okay, yeah, thank you, Kishan. So, well, as I said, मैंने आपको दो प्रोग्राम करके दिखाया. You are aware how to write your programs and how to have your answer. So now it's your turn. आप पहले प्रोग्राम से स्टार्ट करोगे from your practical list. From जाओ, रन करके आउटपुट चेक करते जाओ. अगर आउटपुट परफेक्ट है, then go for the second program, then third, fourth, fifth, and so on. Okay, now before I stop this recording, just post your enrollment numbers in a chat box so that आपकी attendance record हो जाए यहाँ पे. Just post your enrollment numbers in a chat box. Quickly post your enrollment number. Still, there are a few students who have not posted their numbers. Once I stop the recording, your attendance will not be recorded. So quickly do it. You are not posting your number, then I'm going to consider you absent because you are physically not here. मैं जो भी आपको instruction दे रहा हूँ, आप नहीं कर रहे हो, physically आप यहाँ पे नहीं हो, then you are going to be absent. Okay, so, well, that's it from my side. I'm going to stop this recording because we don't want unnecessary recording here. But you are aware how to write programs and you have your practical list. So now it's your turn to create your programs. एक एक करके आप प्रोग्राम बनाते जाओ, execute करो, output check करो, and then go for the next program. Yeah, Jay is asking where and when do we need to submit this code? Well, right now, you simply create separate file for each and every program. Practical1.c, practical2.c, practical3.c, and so on. सारे program की अलग-अलग file create करो. I'll tell you how and when and even where you have to submit your programs later on. आपके पास ये सारी program की files soft copy में होनी चाहिए. Yeah, so that's it. Start doing your project or practicals, writing your programs now. Go for it. I'm here. We all are here till end of this lab. अगर बीच में कहीं भी error है, आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है how to do that, ask me. We'll solve those problems and try to complete as many programs as we can. So do it now.